Devonte, man, it's been awesome getting to see where you've started and like where you've been able to go and accomplish in the past couple of weeks. I mean, how long has it been? Like 2 months, 2 to 3 months?
Uh, I want to say it's been about maybe like 70, close to 80 days. I did it yesterday. Well, the math the other
Okay.
day. I was trying to
Yeah.
see if I could hit I guess, my revenue goal that I have for myself, my first 10K within the next 90 days. So I'm on track of hitting that before 90 days is even up. So,
Nice. That dude, like that's a big goal that a lot of people come in with, and some people will get hit it. And I will say this, man, like there's a common pattern. Everyone I see hit 10K in 90 days, they just really wanted it and like made it happen. Um, I mean, we'll talk about like your wins and stuff, but I mean, is there something specifically that you did that you were thinking like, if I do this, I will be set up for this big goal?
uh, I think the main thing is just being consistent, man, and understanding that not everybody is going to book with you, or they're not going to. You don't have a yes all the time. So like I'm one no away from a yes. That's how I looked at it, and just being super consistent with just following up with clients as soon as a lead comes in, or if it's word of mouth, just following up and just being consistent, doing the little things. They kind of add up to what the overall scope is, but it's just really the effort and the intention behind it. Like, I know I'm not going to be the richest right now, but, I'm building the business. So it's just
Mhm.
getting into the groove of understanding the business and also just understanding how it works from like a booking standpoint down to the cleaners. And then once the job's done, what is the back end log that I could, continuously interact with the client, but it's not me specifically. So the automations and everything that are set up are pretty like spot on.
And is this your first business?
Oh man, no, it's not. Like I've kind of dibbled and dabbled in everything, but this is the first business that I've had to where like within less than 10 days I was able to see, money generated within the business. So that's one thing
Mm,
that I can say is that the revenue did come a little bit quicker than the other businesses that I did try to run.
okay, got it. And yeah, we were kind of talking about this before we hit record, but like you also have a full-time job as a firefighter. So how
Yes.
is it balancing doing that and then growing this business really fast?
Uh Well, man, first off, I just want to say I'm blessed to even have a job like that just because I'm not really like micromanaged to a point to where my boss is like hovering over me. So I kind
Hmm.
of have some free will to do as I please, but within the parameters to where, I don't do anything that contradicts or jeopardizes anything while I'm on duty. So, it's kind of one of those things. It's a second home, but the balance has been, if I can get to the phone, then I can, but also that automation that it saves me if I miss a phone call. It follow ups with them like immediately. So whenever I get back from a call or whatnot, I'm able to get back on either email, text messages, or phone call with the client to try to close the deal. So I can't really pinpoint what the balance is. I think it's just God, So I really appreciate that, for Him
Yeah.
giving me the balance. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to God. So when most people want to start like a business or a side hustle on the side of their 9 to 5, like they're looking for one of three things, right? They're looking for like some more time freedom, money freedom, or just like additional income. Like what was your initial like goal, I guess, with starting another business or starting a business on the side?
So my initial goal is to have a system that works outside of my career, right? So creating something that works and doesn't really require me, whenever it's built out to a certain point. So I've always been an entrepreneur at heart, but never really had the technical packs or the systems that could help everything else be a lot smoother.
Mhm.
So for me, man, it's just always been a goal to have a business. I didn't care if my business was making money or not making money. It was just the fact that, I have the potential to make money and grow my business. So I've always, wrote this down in my journal, like years and years of just writing the same thing down, but not really like having like an idea of what the niche of the business would be. It was just like, hey, be a business owner, be a business owner. And then, at that point, a 6-figure business owner. So now I'm working my way to those different, I guess, goals, but it's always been, you know, a goal of mine just to have a business. And I'm fortunate enough to where, you know, I do have the resources to fund the business. So that was like a thing as well, because previously with the other businesses that I did have, the resources weren't available to me. And, you know, I was exhausting myself. So I was always in a negative. But now it's like, all right, cool. I can make whatever I want to make on this day. And, you know, the leads come in, but you also got to be mindful that you are using your resources. So that's why I'm like, you know what? It's time to start this business and just get started. So I figure you get started, you'll learn everything else along the way.
Yeah. I like that goal. Like you want something that can run on the side of your 9 to 5, but like, I mean, we don't call it passive income, but like it's a business. Like you want the business to work for you. You don't want to have to work in the business. Now, you are working in the business right now, right? Like you don't have a VA yet. You don't have the business completely automated, but like it's on the path. Like we're gonna get there eventually. How much time do you spend a week, would you say, on the business?
Per week, maybe like a max of like true time, maybe like 10 to 12 hours, like nothing too crazy. Like,
Okay.
and you know, that's just with me. I mean, I take the initiative. Like if I already have a lead and I haven't successfully booked them, like I'll still follow up with them like on my own time. But
Yeah.
like legitimately, like far as, you know, making sure the ops tracker is updated, following up with my leads on LSA and just tracking everything and updating my Google profile as often as possible. I'll say about 10 to 12 hours a week.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that's impressive. Okay. And I mean, this is a student spotlight, so my goal is to just show people like I guess what's possible and also just highlight like some of our best clients, you know what I mean? So what are some accomplishments or wins that you feel like are pretty meaningful, like things that you're proud of?
Honestly, man, I think for me is just I'm just very proud that, you know, I was able to book my first sale, right? So everybody's, you know, you anticipate that first sale and the money that's coming in, but here recently it's just being in the right position when it comes to like my Google business profile. So last week I had um a so I had a property management company reach out to give me about 60 banks, and I narrowed it down to 10, which are in my geographical location, kind of where I live, just in case like if something goes wrong or bad, like I'm able to respond as immediate as possible. So I'm working on that deal now. Everything's been sent over as far as like the vendor package that they've given me, you know, my insurance and everything else that they did need as far as my signatures and the pricing. So I've secured that. She said that we have them. So like, you know, just waiting for the final approval so I can, you know, maybe pop a bottle of champagne or whatnot. But the second thing was I got a lead for a retail property. And same type of process, another property management company reached out, and this is what they specialize in, retail commercial cleaning. So it was a 2-day project, and it was about maybe like $1,200. So in all, as far as like labor, it was only 6 hours. And today I finished that contract, and I actually had to go back and like wipe some windows down that they wanted spot checked before the store actually opened. So the store opened about like 2 hours ago. So now, you know, that's set, and I've already created a relationship and a partnership with that property management company for the retail side. So they're like, hey, man, if we have anything else in the area, we'll gladly, like, you know, subcontract you guys out to go and do the job for us. So I think it's just being in the right position. Like I said, the small things leading up to the big things, like making sure that my Google profile is good, everywhere else is good, whether I'm posting on social media or not. It's just making sure those little tangibles that I can do are always something that I can work on. So it really leads up to the big thing. So man, those are all the wins that I actually have. Like I'm humble, man, so I don't really like to talk about wins and accolades and stuff like that. But it's just truly a blessing, bro, to just even be in this position to even have a business and being able to afford your expenses for your business and also have the capacity to make some type of revenue. So, you know, I'm just blessed, man, and I can't really complain about, you know, whether I'm up or I'm down. It's a blessing, brother, to even being part of the community, part of the pipeline and everything. It's an honor, dude.
Well, bro, you're just getting started. Like,
yeah,
I mean, we're having this conversation 80 days in. We're gonna do a follow-up convo, like
sure.
call it 6 months down the line or a year down the line. And
absolutely.
it'll be cool to see like where you were and then where you are then. So yeah, man. I mean, thanks for sharing like the story, the wins, like the journey, all that stuff. I know someone's gonna watch this and they're gonna be inspired by this, and either they're gonna take the leap, start the business, or maybe they're already in it, and it's just like the fuel to the fire that they need to like keep going, because maybe it's hard because they just started or they're just going through a rough patch, you know. So again, thank you for getting on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Yeah, brother, I appreciate it, man. And one other thing I could just want to leave it with everybody. Um, everybody has that fear. I had the fear like my first 2 weeks. I didn't really know what was going on. I had no idea, but along the way you'll figure it out. But I think the biggest thing is just get started, man. So once you get started, you'll figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, you got, your coaches within the HSA program, or if you come on, like, they're here to help, and the community is there to help too. So we have ample resources to be successful. So that's one thing about the program that is actually incredible, that you have the resources and everybody's here to help. So it's one big family. So like, man, just get started.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.